I'm George Garrett. I'm the Emergency Management Coordinator for the cities of Weslaco and Donna, and we are standing in the future location of the Mid-Valley Regional Communications Center. This center is being developed to provide a much better service 911 response for the citizens of the eastern part of Hidalgo County, including the cities of Weslaco, Donna, Mercedes, and San Juan initially. And then we plan at a later date to be able to expand to Alamo and some of the smaller cities to be able to provide a much better response capability, not only of law enforcement, but of police and or rather of fire and EMS. It's critical that in today's circumstances that we are able to get emergency responders to a location of the emergency as quickly as possible, and by consolidating the cities into one facility, we no longer have to pick up the phone to make a phone call to notify somebody. The operators will be able to handle all cities 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for any type of emergency, be it a medical emergency, a police emergency, a fire emergency, or in the case of a natural disaster, information and being able to dispatch necessary resources to those locations that may have been impacted. We're doing this not only to improve the services, but to be able to consolidate some of our costs and be able to spread those costs across more than one city so that we get better economies of scale and can provide much better services and longer employment for our employees.
I'm Tice. I'm an Assistant Director for the Development Council. That's the Lower Rio Grande Valley Development Council. We're here in the new location for a 911 call center. That call center is a joint project with not only between the Development Council, but with City of Weslaco and City of Mercedes, City of Donna, and San Juan. We're looking at combining all of our operations together for 911 call centers. There are some immediate advantages to that. Right now, if you make a cell phone call, which most of the 911 calls are cell phone calls, then that may jump over into the adjacent city. It depends on which tower you're hitting. So what we want to have happen is that call be immediately processed. And that means that the responders, EMS especially, fire, are able to be radio dispatched when the call comes in, and we can provide all of the resources that are necessary to get them quickly on location without transferring that call to an adjacent city or transferring it to one of the local ambulance services. And that gives us that opportunity to reduce the time that it takes for processing that call and to bring in the extra resources like the automated information and the mapping that are part of the 911 system that's not extended to commercial EMS services. So reducing the time of response, providing better response, and especially considering those situations where an ambulance comes on scene and they see that they may need other ambulances, or they may need law enforcement, or they may need fire service, say for a car fire. Having all that in one place really gives us the advantage of working together and having a broader awareness of the things that are happening, especially on the borders between cities and in this area.